Hello, my dear students. How are you? Myself, Fadin Kumar Mishra. Today, I am going to teach class 11 a very funnyable but social able also story and a very easy story, Ranga's marriage. Actually, it is a very good story full of humor and written by Masti Velkanteswa Ainagar. So let us start to know about this story gist point so that you may understand this story. Ranga's homecoming to Hosahalli village. Hosahalli from Bangalore was a great event for the villagers. Everyone wanted to see an English educated young man. The narrator, the storyteller, the writer made up his mind to get Ranga married to Ratna. Ratna was a pretty niece of Ramarao in his village. He arranged their meeting with the help of the village astrologer Shastri. He facilitated their marriage. How? Know this story? See this video and listen carefully. Actually, here Masti Venkatesa name is Shyama in this story. So, Shyama, the narrator of the story, belongs to Hosahalli village in the erstwhile Mysore state in South India. The narrates a story that happened 10 years ago. Means while he had written this story from that time, 10 years ago. In those days, there were not many people in the village who knew English. Like nowadays, in each and every village you can find many people who are capable to speak English, understand English. But at that time, there were not many people in Hosahalli village who knew English. Nor did they bring in English word while talking in Kannada. As we see that nowadays, while we are speaking Hindi also, we use English word. So it was not custom. Perhaps people didn't know. Even word like change, very common word, or not very current among people. The village accountant was the first man who had enough courage to send his son Ranga to Bangalore for study. Why? He was accountant and had money. Ranga homecoming was a great event in the village. People rushed to see him. Attracted by the crowd, the narrator, the storyteller also went there. Ranga came out with a smile. He still wore Janeu. Janeu, perhaps you understand like this. Janeu. Actually, this is a very important thing according to Hindu mythology. It is also known as Upanayan Sanskar from Hindu mythology. There are 16 sanskar, so Upanayan Sanskar is one of them. Marriage also, don't worry, and death also means cremation. So, the sacred thread over his chest. Omen felt satisfied that he had not yet lost his caste. Culture. Ranga did a namaskar respectfully, not like that. Even today, good morning, good afternoon, hello uncle, hi auntie, not like this. Respectfully, the narrator blessed him that he might get married soon. He might get married soon. Ranga bent low to touch his feet. Means he showed a great man. The narrator asked Ranga, when he planned to get married. Hearing this, Ranga replied that he had no plan of getting married in near future, coming years. He believed in marrying only when one got physically and mentally mature. As you know that in old age, the marriage should be done when a boy and girl would be not mature. So, he would marry a girl who was mature. Otherwise, he would remain a bachelor. Means he would not marry. He did not believe in arranged marriage. Perhaps you better understand arranged marriage, love marriage, forceful marriage. The narrator was distraught hearing Ranga reply. He saw that the boy he thought would make a good husband, but unfortunately he had decided to remain a bachelor. So here the story tells. Ratna. Ratna was Rama Rao Nis means Bhatiji. She was a pretty girl of 11, means she was 11 years old. She had come to stay with her uncle. She was from a big town and knew how to play the veena and the harmony. She also had a sweet voice. The narrator thought that Ranga was just the boy for her. Means he just fit for her husband. She was the most suitable bride for him. The narrator was a frequent visitor to Rama Rao place, Rama Rao house. The girl was quite free with him. It was Friday. The narrator asked Ratna to sit in the room. She was wearing a green sari. And at the same time he sent for Ranga. Ranga stopped at the threshold. He did not want, means while Ranga reached to where the narrator house, at that time Ratna was also present and Ratna was singing a song. That's why he did not want the singing to stop, but he was curious to see the singer. Carefully he peeped in. Ratna looked up. She abruptly, suddenly stopped when she saw a stranger. She stood at a distance with her head lowered. Ranga repeatedly glanced at her. Ratna ran inside, overcome by a shyness. This is known as shyness is known as the ornament of the girl. Ranga asked the narrator if she was married. The narrator told a lie that she was married a year ago. Ranga face shriveled to hear this. He became sad. Actually, he had fallen in love with her. He left over a while. Here the story turns a point, valuable point. The process of choosing a girl was going on. The narrator asked Ranga to accompany him to see Shastri. They would find out if Guru and Sani were favorable for him or not. Guru or Sani, you know, Saturn. Ranga accompanied without any protest. Shastri turned to Ranga and asked what he could do for him. The narrator asked Shastri to tell them what was worrying Ranga. Actually, narrator met Shastri before and told Shastri when he would come with Ranga what Shastri would tell to Ranga. So he should put his science of astrology to test. Shastri moved his lips as he counted his fingers. Shastri did some calculation, then he spoke in a serious tone that a girl was worrying him. Means Ranga is sad due to a girl. He has fallen love in someone. She probably had the name of something found in the Asim. She could be Kamla or Ratna. So now Ranga was in full confidence that Shastri is 100% right. So everything went according to the plan. Shastri was well tutored by the narrator. He did as he was asked to do by the narrator. He asked Shastri if there was any chance of their negotiations bearing fruit with Rama Rao Nish Ratna. Definitely, replied Shastri. There was some happiness on Ranga's face. On the way they passed by Rama Rao house. Ratna was standing at the door. The narrator told Ranga that actually the girl was not married. Then he asked Ranga if he had Ratna in his mind. Ranga admitted, wait this time. Yes, you are right. Ranga admitted that there was greater truth in the Shastra. What Shastri told was absolutely true. The narrator met Shastri at the well. He told him humorously that the Shastri had repeated everything he had taught. I have already told to you. There was no suspicion. He also prayed that he was a great. His Shastra was free, but Shastri didn't like the coming. So, time flew on wings. Ranga means Rangappa and Ratna got married. One day Ranga came to invite the narrator for dinner. It was the birthday of Ranga's son. That name was also Syama. He was of 3. The narrator laughed and asked why he had given the golden child of such a name. Syama means black, and the narrator was like a dark piece of oil cake. The narrator went there for dinner. Ranga's son Syama rushed to him. He put his arm round his leg. The narrator kissed him on his cheek. He placed a ring on his teeny little finger out of affection and love. That's here the story finished. Prepare a note of it, and if you have any difficulty, ask.